This lesson about the Internet. This lesson will introduce you to the Internet and navigating the World Wide Web, www. You will learn the common terminology that is used, and you will learn about using web browsers and search engines. Finally, you will discover the different threats that exist on the Internet and what are the solutions to surf the Internet safely. To start, click the Internet is a valuable resource for information and communication. The Internet gives you information at your fingertips, enables you to communicate through email and instant messaging services, share photos online with family and friends, listen to music and radio stations online, and even create a network of friends and professional contacts. With the advent of high-speed Internet connections, it is also possible to view movies and stream videos and have video conversations. So, if you are ready to be a part of the Internet revolution, click Next to learn how to make the most of the Internet. When two or more computers are connected, either by physical cables or wirelessly, they form a network. The Internet brings together millions of networks that are linked together by copper cables and wireless connections. In other words, the Internet consists of interconnected networks across the world. The Internet carries various information resources and services, such as electronic mail, online chat, file transfer, and file sharing and online gaming. In addition, the Internet carries with it the World Wide Web, or www. The World Wide Web is a system of interlinked files, accessed through the Internet through the use of a web browser. A web browser is an application that enables you to access and interact with the World Wide Web. The most common browsers are Microsoft Edge, Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, Safari, Opera. Web browsers allow you to access information on the web, but to search for information on the web you require the services of a search engine. Some popular search engines include Google, Yahoo, and Bing. Through the rest of this lesson, we will refer to and use Microsoft Edge, which comes with the Microsoft Windows operating system for demonstration purposes. Other web browsers also work in similar ways, with minor differences. You can launch Microsoft Edge by searching for Microsoft Edge on the Start menu. This will display the Microsoft Edge application. You can then click on the Microsoft Edge application icon to open it. Information on the web is displayed in the browser in the form of pages or web pages. The first page that gets displayed when the web browser is launched is called the home page and can be set according to your preference. A series of web pages that are maintained together or can be accessed together are collectively known as a website. Hyperlinks on a web page will bring you to a new page on a website when clicked or selected. These hyperlinks can be identified as text usually with a different color, normally blue, and by a hand or pointer symbol that appears when the mouse pointer is held over the text or image that contains the link. For instance, on a news website, the titles of the articles are usually hyperlinks. To read an article or news item, you can click the title and you will be presented with the relevant information. One of the most popular search engines is Google. You can access this search engine by typing www.google.com in the address bar of the web browser and then press Enter on the keyboard. This will direct you to the Google search page. For example, to find a news site, you can type World News in the search bar and click the Google search button. A page of results will be displayed. You can then click any of the results to open the corresponding website. Similarly, you can search for information on your favorite author, actor, or recipe, and the relevant results will be displayed. Using a web browser enables you to locate websites, browse information, view multimedia, print, send, and receive emails. Microsoft Edge, Google's Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, Apple Safari, and Opera are well-known browsers. The operating system of your computer will have a default web browser. The browsers can be identified by the icons shown on the screen. For example, Safari is the default browser in Apple devices. Your computer allows you to install other browsers too. In general, we conduct a search of the World Wide Web when we want to find a new piece of information for the first time. However, if there is a website or sites that we like, we can use RSS feeds to view the latest additions to the site without needing to visit it directly with a browser. RSS stands for Really Simple Syndication and is a standardized format for publishing and distributing updates to information on the web. There are dedicated applications you can use to receive RSS feeds, but you can also use your browser. RSS also works for digital media files, such as recorded radio or online video show broadcasts. Subscribing to podcasts is best done by a dedicated application called a podcatcher, as the files that need to be retrieved are quite large. iTunes is probably the best-known application that includes podcatcher functions, but there are others. Knowledge check. Let's now look at some security aspects of using the Internet. When you type in data or information on a website, that information is transferred over the Internet. Depending on the security of the website you're using, the information you typed may be able to be read by an online criminal or hacker. How can we prevent this hacking? To prevent hacking, a secured version of the standard Hypertext Transfer Protocol, or HTTP, must be implemented. The secured version is referred to as HTTPS, where S stands for secured. This secured version of the protocol encrypts any submitted data securely so that it can only be read by the website you are sending it to. It's possible to recognize if website uses the secure protocol just by looking at the web page address or URL. If an S appears after the HTTP at the start of the web address, the secured protocol is in place. If this is the case, you will also see the lock icon displayed slightly further to the left of the website address. The HTTPS protocol uses digitally signed certificates, also referred to as Secure Sockets Layer (SSL) certificates, to validate permission to read data that is transferred over the Internet to a particular website. Digital certificates are provided by approved issuing authorities who verify the identity and authenticity of each business that owns a website. Each digital certificate incorporates an encryption key, meaning that only with this key can data encrypted with it be read and processed. Digital certificates and their use of encryption gives peace of mind to Internet users. They also help prevent identity theft by hackers, and they help to ensure companies are compliant with their obligations to protect customer data. So, anytime you are placing your credit card details to purchase or order something from the web, you should ensure that the HTTPS protocol is in place on the website you're using. This will ensure your details will not be possible to be hacked, copied, or read during the transaction. While the HTTPS protocol and digital certificates work well to prevent hacking, there are other threats to security of user data that you should be aware of. Malware are software programs that are covertly distributed over the Internet to gain access to users' computer systems and data. There are several types of malware. Click on each of the terms to read a short description. These are software programs that are designed to damage the data and software on a computer system. Your computer can become infected by a virus if you do not use proper and up-to-date antivirus protection. Worms are programs that are designed to use a computer memory and resources to slow it down in a malicious way. A Trojan Horse is a malicious software program that disguises itself as one of the main applications running on a PC. It typically prevents the user from accessing the Internet, while at the same time sending junk or spam mail to thousands of users. Adware programs infiltrate your PC system to display advertisements and at the same time slows down overall performance. These programs focus on collecting user and pay details data for fraudulent behavior. They also alter the software operation of your PC to achieve this. The security threats we have discussed on the previous screens can all be prevented through a combination of software protections options. These are Antivirus Software and Firewall Software. Let's look at Antivirus Software first. Antivirus software runs in the background of your computer processing and monitors for security threats. When a threat is found, any offending file or files are quarantined so that they cannot infect the system further, and a routine is run to clear the threat from the system completely. McAfee, Norton, Avast, AVG, and Kaspersky are leading providers of antivirus software. Microsoft also provides a free Security Essentials product that can be used on its user operating systems. When an antivirus package is installed, you should check the virus definitions are up to date, and then run a scan of your computer system. All antivirus packages provide a scan schedule option, so that you know your computer is being continuously monitored. A firewall stops malicious users or programs on the Internet from gaining access to your computer or network. The Windows operating systems provide firewall software that you can configure through the Control Panel System Security option. It is important to note that while firewalls do prevent direct access to a computer by malicious Internet users, they do not prevent or detect viruses that may come through an email attachment or a file download off the web. These can only be prevented by an antivirus program. The security of your network, whether it is at home or in the office, is another important area for consideration. You should at least make sure that your wireless network access is protected by a security key or passcode to prevent any potential access by nearby unauthorized users. If you don't put a security code on your wireless network setup, your network and data may be available to anyone nearby who has a wireless-enabled device. The final area of caution when you are using the Internet relates to online activities and membership or use of accounts and passwords with websites that you subscribe to. For example, a social networking site has a lot of personal information that you share with your friends. You need to make sure your password is secure enough to protect your private information, making it into the public sphere by someone managing to hack the password you use, either by guessing or peeking over your shoulder. The same applies for any site you are a member of, and of course online stores like Amazon.com are particularly important as they can store your credit card details too. Failure to protect your accounts and passwords can result in misuse of your personal data. Click on the arrows with your mouse to read about different ways careless or accidental release of your personal data can be illegally used. Click the right and left arrows to learn how your personal data can be misused. Fake accounts can be created using your personal information and photos and used to broadcast wrong or misleading information to people online. For instance, you will find millions of fake celebrity accounts on many social networking websites promoting various events and brands that they do not endorse. Stalkers can take advantage of the easy availability of personal information to select their victims. One could easily be a victim of cyberbullying. It is the use of information technology to harm or harass other people in a deliberate, repeated and hostile manner. Many companies can obtain your email ID and use it for online marketing. Therefore, it is important not to make your personal email ID visible to everyone on your social networking profile. Knowledge check. You have completed the lesson Introduction to Internet. In this lesson, you learned about the Internet and how to navigate the World Wide Web, www. You have discovered the common terms used on the Internet and learned the difference between search engines and web browsers. Finally, you have seen the different threats that exist on the Internet and the possible solutions to put in place to surf safely on the Internet.